You set, I think you set poor precedent as a man. You heard when you don't pay for that first date. I'm setting expectation, a hierarchy instantly. You can't order certain shit if you out on a date with me. You can't order shrimp, crab, lobster, pork, none of that shit. I'm ordering for both of us when they get to the table, right? I want you to thoroughly understand who's in charge here if this relationship matures further. So I think that it's just start in a particular way so it can finish in a particular way.
Wait, so
Akira,
she have to eat what you want her to eat?
That's what it sounds like. It sounds a little
That's
crazy.
kind of crazy, man. That's kind of control. That's kind of control.
It'd be funny, right? And I'm married too, right? And I've been doing this for this how I've been moving. You understand? Because there's also a dietary restriction in the house, right? So if we dating intentionally, what happens? Can she cook pork, shrimp, and lobster when she gets to the house? No. So she has to be willing to live this lifestyle too. It ain't an option.
I don't even think that my lifestyle would be something that I have to force on a woman when she sees the discipline, when she sees the way that I move, like when she just like she's going to naturally be attracted to the way that I navigate. And if she isn't, I may not be for her, and God bless her on her journey. Sure.
True.
Especially if she cooks for you, she's going to start eating the things that you eat.
Damn.
This
Yeah, this is wild.
Let me tell you where I'm never going after I meet a guy, to his house on the first date.
Oh, I'm not saying the first day. Like, if I get your number today on Sunday and we decide that Tuesday night we go free,
okay.
Then I have a bottle for you on Tuesday night. We've been texting for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean, like that.
I understand what Naeem is saying. So anyway, I get what you're saying, and I understand why you're moving the way you're moving. Trust me, I get it. Hot Boy Twin, how do you feel about that? If a woman invites you out,
well, that's the question, and I've been there, and I'll say, okay, if the woman invites me, okay, I'm assuming she's gonna pay. I'm always gonna be ready to pay because that's just what it is. Because a man is supposed to pay. But I have been in a situation when a woman has invited me out, and she said, "Let me pay for this," and I was early 20s, and I declined and I paid for it. And I went and told my other cousin. He said, "You damn fool! She'll never pay for it." Because if she offered to pay the first time and you denied her from paying, she ain't gonna never offer again. So I learned that because it was every other time we went out, she never offered again because I declined her. So therefore, if a woman asks a man out, hardly I'm thinking she should pay. But if she don't, I got it. It's cool. But don't invite me out to spend my money. That's all I'm saying.
Set a standard. You set a standard for that first date. So now she think that's it for the whole ride.
I took accountability. I went out and I dated this woman for about a year, but she never opened her pocketbook again because I took the tab the first time. So if a woman offered you to take you out, let her pay.
So let me just dive into this just for a second, right? I think that women. The only two women that have an issue with taking a man out and footing the bill are either broke women or women who think too highly of themselves. And that's why a lot of these women will die single, right? You have no idea how flattering it is. And a lot of y'all are going to say I'm sassy and blah, 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 whatever. You have no idea how flattering it is for you to see an attractive man and say, hey, you know what? Because it ain't about nothing. What the fuck is dinner? $100? Like, let's just be for real. What's dinner? 100? Like, dinner's next to nothing. But for you to say, you know what, let me just show you something different. How about I'm taking you out tonight? I find you to be attractive. I like your conversation. I want to show you maybe you a different restaurant that you haven't seen, and I just want to get to know you. And these type of women that move with these type of tactics, these women aren't setting themselves up to be the man or make you masculine. It's just showing your appreciation. You've seen something that you like, and you went after it. You women will go get the hairstyles you like. You'll go get the makeup you like. You'll go get the lashes you like. You'll go get the body you like. You'll go get the career you like. But whenever it comes to pursuing a man or actually going after or showing interest in a man you like, oh, that's when it becomes masculine. Y'all fuck like men, you cuss like men, you drink like men, you smoke like men, but that is where you draw the line. When it comes to going in your pocket like a man, oh, he got me in my masculine energy. There is nothing wrong. This is how big girls play. I can't speak for the midget-minded women or the broke women or the women who have never, and I don't even like the term court or whatever, but if you have never seen a man and met a man and been like, you know what, I think I would like to just treat him to something nice. If a woman has any issue gifting you, she don't like you anyway. And this is my thing. A lot of women are dealing with broke ass men So it's just your taste in man, that the caliber of man that you're dealing with, you feel like it would be an issue to take him out because you're trying to feel like, well, when is he going to be able to do it back? If you're dealing with a man of a certain caliber, you know that dinner ain't about shit. That's one dinner out of the 50 million that he's going to pay for. But some of y'all are so tit for tat. You take me out for one dinner, I'm taking you out for night. I'm taking you out for dinner for the rest of your life. That's a small exchange to get to know somebody. But you get a lot of women, I'm telling you, and I blame your mothers, I blame your grandmothers, I blame your grandmother that come from generations of begging bumness of get what you could get out of him. How dare you digging your what is dinner? Why can't you appreciate me? Why can't you like me? Why can't you see me and say, you know what, Truth, I ain't even gonna lie. When is the last time an attractive woman took you out? Because when you're dealing with men who have unlimited options with women, you have to do something to make yourself stand out. Respectfully, you have to show me that you're different. You have to say, damn, what can I put in front of him that he's not getting? Maybe I'm not being poured into, because we already talked about it at our big age. Coochie ain't enough. The fact that you look good, everybody look good. The fact that your lips is big, you can go get your lips done. The fact that your ass is, so what is going to make you, because what is going to make you, what about you is going to make me pick you over everybody else? So is dinner really that bad, ladies?
So you saying the question was the first date though, right? So I'll be the first person to admit.
You took me out explicit. You see me and said, Truth, I want to go to dinner, Truth.
Yeah, but I'll be the first person to admit that I'm not one to really pursue or ask a man out, right?
Hypothetical though.
Huh?
It's hypothetical though, based on the exercise.
I'm leading up to something.
Okay.
But I will, if I'm at the bar and I see a man at the bar, I think he kind of, cute or whatever, I'll send him a drink. Just because you know how many men have never even had a woman buy them a drink.
That's the equivalent, baby. That's the equivalent.
The question was first date. I'll make a first move, but I'm not gonna be like, hey, let's go out. He's gonna do that. I'm gonna send that drink. He gonna come talk to me, and then we gonna end up out on a date.
If y'all go, let's say y'all, will you tip? Will you tip on the first date if he pays for the?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
I'm
the type of woman I will take a man out on a date, just not the first. I'm not paying for the first one.
Why is the first one though? Why is that first one such an issue?
Mentally, something about that first date. I'm just like, let me see how serious you are.
So that's something to reassure where you stand at.
Yeah, well,
I guess you could say that because
the mind game.
It's not a mind game.
It is.
No, I agree.
Why is that a mind game? If you don't take the time to plan and properly execute the date, like I'm saying, like
I don't know what I want to do with you explicit. I might just go ahead, Akira. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm over here boiling because I'm listening to the dialogue right now, and I'm gonna say this. I'm the type of woman where I don't mind at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking for a while, I don't mind giving you a date. I don't mind taking you out. I've been that woman. And I've also been in a position where a man did not appreciate that either. I've been in that position too, to where I'm planning a date and trying to take you to a basketball game at a sweet box, and you ain't nowhere to be found. Like, so this is the type of stuff that I say that, I think it goes both ways. I feel like at the end of the day, and initially I did say yes about the first date, but it was a two-part for me. If I'm not really feeling you, or if I don't even know if we have a connection or not, then I will pay for myself on the first date. Just to try to vet and see if I like you or not. Because first of all, I don't need you to pay for a meal for me just because we're going out on the first date. That's number one. That's just how I think. If I don't like you like that, or we getting to know each other, then cool. But if it's not a connection there for me, then yes, we're going Dutch on the first date for sure. Because I don't even know if I want you to spend your money like that on me. Because I'm the type of woman, the way that I think, I don't want to feel like you did something for me, or you took me out and now I don't even like you like that, and now we're not even going to talk anymore.
Or that you owe him some ass that he took you out.
That's just me.
But that's why
wait, hold on.
That be the problem though.
Hold on. Can we say something? Because I think this is a little bit in a way kind of sort of going the wrong way, because the question really was, who should pay for the first date? Now it's like we're shifting the goalposts to if all of this extra stuff. Because in all honesty, now if we're talking about dating and stuff like that, paying for the first date and will a woman pay for you on a date is two different things. Because if I'm only paying, I'm telling you right now, if I'm always paying for the date, no, mama, we're gonna have a problem.
I pay for dates.
Yeah, where I'm at now, and that's what I'm saying.
It's not that I won't pay for it.
Hold on, beloved. the fact that so that's where I think we getting a little bit too far off track. Like all that, okay, we know somebody for this much for the
Yeah, you
first.
talking about the first date.
Yeah, we talking about just the first date. You know what I'm saying? And if anything, very quickly, not talking for 6-7 months and then come on. We got to have a little bit.
I said I'll be the first to admit that I don't pay on the first date.
Yeah, I think you set poor precedent as a man. You heard when you don't pay for that first date. I'm setting expectation, a hierarchy instantly. You can't order certain shit if you out on a date with me. You can't order shrimp, crab, lobster, pork, none of that shit. I'm ordering for both of us when they get to the table, right? I want you to thoroughly understand who's in charge here if this relationship matures further. So I think that it's just start in a particular way so it can finish in a particular way.
Wait, so
But she have to eat what you want her to eat.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds a little
That's
crazy.
kind of crazy, man. That's kind of controlling. That's kind of controlling.
It'd be funny, right? And I'm married too, right? And I've been doing this this how I've been moving. You understand? Because there's also a dietary restriction in the house, right? So if we dating intentionally, what happens? Can she cook pork, shrimp, and lobster when she gets to the house? No. So she has to be willing to live this lifestyle too. It ain't an option.
Okay.
Listen, I want to say,
and then it's crazy. Like y'all be much like you. So the woman could just put pork on the table and it'd be okay. That don't even make sense.
hey yo,
You talking to me?
I'm just saying, like, I just be hearing like people be like, this shit sound crazy
because you don't eat something, she can't eat it.
That's what he said.
That's what he's saying. He's saying that. He just said that it's not even allowed in the house.
Not in this house.
hey yo,
I know people don't. Hey, this would be happening, hot boy. People don't live by real standards, right? They don't set precedents for themselves or the people around them. They kids is out of control and all that. So I said food. They say I'm wilding. Right, but they also think they girlfriend can have male friends too, so I guess it makes sense.
let me say this. Can I say something real quick? Yo, women have no problem paying for things they like. Just a couple months ago, it was chicks paying $1,000 to take a 10-second picture with Chris Brown, and I'm supposed to be a real man and not let her shoot on the first date. When you got women willing to pay $1,000 to take a picture with Christopher Brown, you got women that send money. You got women that send money to dudes in jail. Wait. You got women that send money to dudes in jail. You got women that if a woman likes you,
say something.
Good.
Come on, Naeem.
I want to. The initial question was with who pays on the first date.
Yes.
Me personally, my answer comes from I've never had to pay on the first date. I've never in my life had to pay on the first date. So, but will I pay on the first date if I ask a man out? Right. I've never asked him. I never asked a man out for the first time. Now dating that man, have I said let's go out and I pay? Yeah. But that's not my situation. So that's why that was my answer.
Let me ask a question.
Hey, hold on, Mel, hold on real quick. And let me just get this out real quick. So that's why I had stopped explicit, because that's where she was going to go and it was going to fuck it up. So we wouldn't have been able to debate as much as I wanted to debate. So my answer is the same as to me is if a woman asks me out on the first date, be ready to open your wallet. Like you should at least, if you ask me out, it should be your intent to pay. Now, whether I would let you pay or not would be up to me. At least allow me to say no. But if you ask me, you say, hey, truth, I'm digging you, let's go get something to eat. You should go to that with the expectation to pay. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with paying for a man. And ladies, do y'all attest to that or you against that?
I agree with that.
But here go the thing though. If you allow her to pay, I feel like the vast majority of women subconsciously will look at you differently. They may not.
I disagree. Naeem just said it. Hold on, I understood what Naeem was saying. I totally disagree. Women pay, spend money on the things that they like. Did you hear what Akira said? She said I was getting skyboxes, floor seats, all types of stuff. But what happens is you get a lot of men out here that don't know the value of their Peter. They don't know the value of their Peter, and they leave with their wallet, and they'll forever leave with their wallet, respectfully.
Because it's not like she don't know that you can pay for this meal. I know you can pay for it. I just offered to pay for it. So I wouldn't look at you different if you let me pay for something. Because I know it's going to be many dates that you take me on that you're going to pay for.
That's a fact.
It could be 4 inches, man. If you got the aura, listen, that she going. If you know how to talk, if you know how to, all your flaws, like you might
no, with you can't let me find out that you got 4 inches. Like, no, what are you talking about?
No, but my point is,
we're not gonna just let that fly back.
No, but my point is, even if it like, you have to you have to sell yourself like a commercial. You can live in your mom's basement or your mom's attic, but if you know how to joke about that shit, that my shit look like Macaulay Culkin did in Home Alone. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's only so much
what
laughing we
my
can do.
point is, if you know how to talk, you know how to make a chick laugh. She going, bro.
We got to help you on delivery.
That's the girl.
Listen, bro. I'm only speaking from
hold on.
I'm only speaking from experience, man.
Yeah, we understand, but your delivery on how you saying some of these putting this thing together, man. Like, no,
I'm just saying.
You 37, player.
I'm just saying, bro. Like,
but I will say this though, on some, to keep it, you know what I'm saying. I think a lot of, even with the conversation we're having right now, you keep hearing that same thing where people blurring the line is like, if this was your man already, we still talking about initial. If I'm wrong, say I'm wrong, truth. But I thought the thing was still the initial because we talking about
initial. It's initial. I'm talking about
initial. I don't know
exactly.
But I mean, the other young lady said she bought skybox and everything for her man. I'm like, wait, whoa. Before we get there, we still talking about how we would handle dates. And I think that's another thing a lot of people keep messing up at. Where it's like, truthfully, and I'm gonna say it. I mean, I don't know if this is where you was gonna go, True, but I'm gonna just throw it out there. A lot of people don't know how to date. They don't. We're gonna keep it a buck like that. A lot of people don't know how to date. They have expectations. They have a lot of expectations. They even have a lot of unspoken expectations, but they don't know how to actually properly date. Like, honestly speaking, again, if you've been grown or married or even been in a long relationship or whatever the case is, and let's say you now back out here in the game, you know what you're not gonna do the same thing you did last time. Nowadays, if you ain't gonna let somebody treat you, something might be wrong with you. Because I'm telling you, right, like, again, it's what we doing. I can show you that I'm gonna pay for this. I'm gonna show you that. I can show you I can handle it. I'm gonna show you how we run this, how I lead this ship. But at the same token, if you ain't gonna try to do something for me, baby girl, how you gonna get to be my woman? You can't. You telling me I can't even get the? We can't go to Red Lobster and get some simple shit like that. We can't go down to the Caribbean spot and get a little John like that. Because you have a lot of females that literally will say, "Oh, the man's supposed to pay for everything." You would get hold on. You would give it up. You'll give it up to the bull for free, but making the sandwiches where we got a problem at. I done bust all up in that coochie and everything, but yet still making a home cooked little meals where we got a problem.
Now how we get here?
I'm just saying, some of this, you see how far we can go with that?
So, I got a question for the women. Because
I got to challenge your position too, Truth, on this. On the last
please, come on, brother. I love a good challenge. What's on your mind? Talk to me.
I just and I don't know if I'm just different, right? We just see it differently.
For sure.
I've had women who have offered to do stuff for me, and just something about it, like, I'm just not attracted, like, to a woman who pursues me. It's just not for me. And I'm gonna take you on the first date. I mean, if you offer me on the first, only type of woman who offer me on the first date, a woman I'm not attracted to. I've had a woman who I wasn't attracted to, who offered to come to Philly, and she was gonna she like, yo, I want to link up with you. I wasn't attracted to her, but I said, all right, cool, I'll give you an opportunity. So she was, but leading up to that time, she like, hey, can you meet me halfway? I'm like, no, I'm not meeting you halfway. Like, you like me, I don't like you. So you want to come, and shoot your shot, come to Philly. But when it comes to a woman that I'm like, I want to pursue you. I just do. Like, I'm pay for the first date, and I understand, like, most women offer to tip, and they offer to take you out on a date and stuff like that eventually, or maybe the second time. But I still say no. Like, that's just how I am. I'm gonna pay for everything. It's just, So, like, but your woman can take you out and for your birthday, all that time, whenever, stuff like that.
So my thing is this: first of all, why are we even going out on dates with women that we aren't attracted to? That's the first red flag. Secondly, I don't think I've ever been out on a date, and everybody's financial status is different. I was not always financially stable, but I haven't been poor in a very long time. And there's a major difference between being broke and poor. And if you don't know the difference between being broke and poor, being poor means that you can't even do the things that you need to do. Being broke means that I could probably do a couple of things, but I can't do everything that I want to do. So let's get that distinction extremely clear, right? I have not been poor since I've been a child. I don't even remember the last time I went on a date and was like, I'm gonna pay and you tip and blah blah blah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even look. We're not even looking at the bill. Whatever is. I don't know. And maybe even the women that I attract, it's never been like that type of low frequency of energy. And I'm damn sure if I went out with a woman that I am not attracted to on the strength to see where it could go. First of all, she's not even. You don't even get to see me before the sun goes down. Like, we're not going to any outings. We're not going to no dinner. We're not, like, you get straight either backseat action. You get snuck in the crib at 2 a.m. Like, so you're right. Maybe we come from different parts of the world. What I am saying is I've just ran across different calibers of women, and some women are going to be offended by this, but I've ran across some powerhouses that just be kind of feeling like, man, this shit ain't really about nothing. I was going to go eat at this place, whether you were with me or not. You're just accompanying me. I just like your conversation. I just wanted you to just tag along. Like, it ain't that deep. It's just dinner. But yeah, that's it. Oh, but I had a question though for all of the women. And no, what you like is what you like. How you like to court women, bro. And this is the thing though. I like to spend money on the women that I like. That's not an issue for me. But I am also not going to go out with a beautiful woman and be like, you better put your wallet up and you bet not look at shrimp or pork chop. Well, you can't look at pork chops. I'm Muslim, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's get back to this lady. So do y'all think that Hamp is like a controlling man? Or would you say that you women just want to rebel against structure? Is he controlling, or do you women just want to rebel against structure?
No, I think he has structure and he's entitled to have that.
I think it's somebody for everybody.
No, that's not what I asked you, though. I asked you, do you slick, red lips, you slick. That's not what I asked you. Go ahead.
And I think with the like first date thing, now if this was a conversation for the first date, hey, I prefer my woman to eat a certain way, or you get what I'm saying? They talk
You're not his woman, though.
Right,
so you're not
right. And that's the thing. Like for the first
so is
date,
that
I think
controlling?
that's
I feel like we're dancing around this.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
So that was the question.
It depends on. I'm going to say it depends on the stage of where we are.
First date, Akira. Listen, Akira, hold up. Let me set the table for you. Let me make this crystal clear so that way we don't have any discrepancies here, because there's a lot of goalposts moving around this motherfucker. Let's keep this all the way crystal clear, because Hamp is a big boy. Hamp can take however y'all feel. He does this for a living. Hamp meets you. Hey, Akira. Hey, Tamia. Hey, Explicit. I'm taking you to dinner tonight. This is not your man. This is the first dinner ever. Y'all get to the table. They got oysters. They got shrimp. They got lobsters. They got stuffed pork chops, stuffed with salmon. I mean, they have a variety of foods.
Mm-hmm.
Hamp's doing his diddy bop. The waiter comes. He says, hey, waiter, she's going to have the baked chicken with the mashed potatoes with the asparagus sprinkled on top, and that's what it's going to be. You say, well, hold on, Hamp, big fella. I would like to have lobster tail and pork chops infused tonight with a side of shrimp. Hamp says, that is a no-go for me. This is how I set the tone. Women that I entertain will not be eating pork, will not be eating lobster, will not be eating shrimp. You don't order what you order. You order what I order for you. Now you go.
No. Oh no. I would respectfully decline. At that point, I would just leave. Respectfully. I don't have to bash him or anything, but
I'm not
at that
saying
point,
bash him, but is that controlling?
At that point, respectfully, I would leave.
But is that controlling, or are you just rebelling against structure and a man leading?
No, that's control.
First impressions are everything with me. So at that point, I feel like I'm being controlled. I don't know you to even say that you're giving me a structured, or we're going by a structure. This is my first impression. So at this point, I feel like this is control to me. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion.
I agree with one caveat. So if we had a conversation and he knew what I liked already, I don't think I would see it so much as control. But if we didn't have a conversation,
you just moved it though. That's not stop the bullshit.
It could still be a first date, and we had a conversation.
Without the conversation, he just said.
Exactly. How do they arrange the date without a conversation?
No conversation is control.
Hold up. Exactly. Stop this. Can we because I laid it out perfectly, and you still found the way. Hold up, because I laid it out perfectly, and you still found the way to manipulate it to try to. Is it controlling or?
Well, let me say why I said that though.
No, I don't. We don't want to hear that part.
No, for real. Let me tell you why I said that, because my ex-husband did that to me.
And he's your what? He's your what husband?
He's my ex-husband now.
Okay. All right. So anyway, fellas, how do y'all feel about that? Did you feel like maybe that was a bit intense, or you feel like that is just him setting the tone?
I feel like that's structure. That's order. If he's telling her, he's setting the guidelines. If she's saying she go run, then they already telling him that she's not the one for him. Because if he's saying this is my program and this is how I run it, if you're trying to deviate from my program, like I always tell people, and they don't like how I talk, but it's a billion more women out here. You're just not the one for me, baby.
Mel?
I think it's actually a person-to-person type thing. So I'm gonna say, yeah, I think that's structure. That's how he lives his life on his, whatever, the way he lives his life. Yeah, I think that's structure right there.
Okay. Naeem the Dream. How do you feel about that, my good brother?
Any situation with a woman asks yourself, if that was your daughter or your little sister, That shit not fly. I'll tell my little sister get the fuck away from him. Like, who the fuck do you think he is? Like, who the fuck? Like, what's next? Like, yo, don't wait. Like, what's next?
Don't wear this.
Because it starts off with it starts off with food.
Mel, let him go, Mel. No, one at a time. Land your plane, brother.
Y'all, I think a lot of men want puppets. Like, I don't like the woman. I don't want the whatever you like from Coming to America. I don't want that girl. Like, I don't want that girl. I want a girl that actually has a mind of her own. You know, like I don't want to run a dictatorship with a chick I'm dealing with. That's not what I'm doing. I don't eat pork either. But if I'm with a chick and she want pork, who am I to say, like, who am I to say not to have it? Like, you know what I mean? Just don't cook it for me. Don't offer me none. But who am I to not let her enjoy what she want to wear? I mean, what she want to eat. You know what I mean? That's like, we're not like, I just like it's not going down my throat. So that's her. That's what she wants. Pause. Definitely pause. But I'm not feeling that though. I'm not feeling that though. Let the if you want to say order this because like let's stay on this menu because this price range might be too high. That's different. But you ordering just for the chick, like, I'm not really feeling that, bro. Like, I'm not really feeling that.
Can I speak my piece on this?
We got Mott. Let's go, Mott. Let's get to it.
I'm curious, real quick. If Naeem, if your girl, you don't want to tell your girl like how you. Like, can she wear whatever she want?
Nah, I'm not that guy either. The thing is, this I understand. Why would I cuff a woman that doesn't dress how I like anyway? I believe in accepting people how they are, leave them alone. I'm not cuffing a chick that's walking around half naked to begin with, so I will never have that problem. Yeah. I'm not into controlling women. Wear what you want. But with the next guy, I'll just leave. I'll leave before I have to, you know what I mean, try to control you.
I mean, what if she want a man to give her some structure? What if she want to meet a man who actually wants to take responsibility for her and, you know, kind of give her some like...
Well, what is she doing when she's single? What is she doing when she's single?
It's a lot of women who need guidance and who want it. A lot of women want structure. A
woman need guidance. She don't need me. She like that's like a weak-minded woman. Like, you know what I mean? Like what does she do when she doesn't have a man?
You consider yourself a leader?
I'm a natural born leader. I believe, yeah, but I like that's why last week, I don't know if he was here. I said I don't want like a woman to love me like. I don't want women to like be infatuated, obsessed with me because shit could end every day. Shit could end any day, and then what's gonna happen once I'm gone? You know what I'm saying? So I don't want a woman that I'm everything. She needs me for every single thing. I like a woman that can walk on her own, think on her own, talk like her own, whatever the case may be. So I'm not into structure. Like just I'm not letting no chick ain't no chick running over me. But I'm not being what's the nigga from the Honeymooners? One of them old fucking, women belong in the kitchen and you like, nah, I'm not one of them kind of, I'm not a caveman. A lot of guys like living like cavemen.
Can I say something? How old are you again?
37.
He's 37. I think
I'm 38 in April.
Naeem, I think you this is just my opinion. I could be wrong, right? I think that you're not a follower, but I'm not sure if you're a leader. Because when a lot of the things that what I've observed from you saying is like, it's very like, yo, you do you, I do me. We 50-50 type situation. Like you pay for the first day, I pay for the second. You do this. It's a lot of like, 50-50 type Jones. And a lot of the girls might love it when you say, yo, like you controlling her, you don't control her. They might love that part, but they're gonna hate the part where you asking them to spend some money, right? They're gonna hate that part. So it's like, what do you really want? Do y'all want a guy like Naeem who gonna be like, yo, I'm not trying to control you, so you get some freedom, but nah, bitch, take me out. Like, spend his money and you don't need to spend no money,
If I was a leader, I'd be one of them guys like you, because everybody says men should pay. That's being a follower, listening to the society's book. You know what I'm saying? That's being a follower, because society said men should pay. So look what you're doing. Yeah. I never smoke or drink in my life. I would be a follower. If you ever smoke or drink because of peer pressure, you're a follower. If I was a follower,
society tell you gotta put clothes on. You put clothes on, right?
I mean, that's being observed. But you know what I'm saying?
Can I say something?
That's being observed.
Go ahead, Tamia. Let me hear you. Go ahead. What you got to say, Miss Tamia?
No, because the question was like the initial date. It's okay for him to have structure for his woman, his household. On the first date, I'm not in your household yet. You get what I'm saying? If we're getting to know each other at that point. Like, so it doesn't matter what I eat, because I don't even know if I like you for you to be telling me what I need to eat. I don't even know if this even going to go anywhere after this first date. So that's why I'm stuck at, like, the first date. I think that's a bit much for the first date.
Can I help you with that real quick? So most women want a man to lead on the first date, right? To lead to some degree. Do you want him to ask you where you want to go eat?
No, I would rather him plan.
You want him to plan it, right? So you want him to lead, right? And if, let's say you out on that first date and some man like come by and he touch your butt, you want him to feel a certain type of way. You want him to feel disrespected. You want him to say something, right?
I mean, whether or not he say something or not, I'm different. Whether or not he say something or not, ain't no man gonna just walk past and touch me on my butt.
I dig that, right? But what I'm saying is so leadership, right? It's not always what you want it to be. If you go on a date with a man, you are under his leadership for that date. For that time while you with him, you under his protection, you under his leadership, right? If Hamp I'm not like Hamp. I'm not gonna tell you what to eat. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna tell you what to eat like Hamp.
You know.
But
it'll be a man. It'll be a man trying to tell me what to eat, and if the same scenario, a man walk up and touch me on my butt, he can't do nothing about it.
What you mean?
He can't protect me. Like he's soft as hell, but he's trying to control what I eat.
Not gonna be with him.
You get but that's what I'm saying. It can be like that though.
I'm just saying you gonna look at you like, oh, this our last date. If he let somebody
no, it's gonna be our last date after he sit and tell me what I'm eating. So I'm gonna respectfully, like I said, get up and leave.
I dig it.
You know,
because I don't even know if I like you enough. I don't know if I like you.
It never actually. Oh, go ahead, Truth. Sorry.
No, I was waiting for you. I'm out of this. This was your topic.
Yeah,
brother.
it never actually manifests like that. Interestingly enough, you know, oftentimes you go on these dates, you're trying to understand each other, and there may be times in conversation where you don't mention particular things. So, for instance, I had a woman trying to order such a thing. I said, apologies, I should have communicated this earlier, but I live by a strict and stark set of guidelines that don't come from me. Right. And so that's how I lay it out. Diplomacy matters because this is something new that she never heard before, you know? And I said, so you're under my covering for this evening, opening the door and etc. Right. The whole 9 yards up to and including that. And if I allow that from you, then that implicates me in terms of my belief system. And 99% of the time they say, I respect that because it's something bigger than me. And then I say it like this. So if you would oblige me, I'd appreciate it. And there's several things on the menu in which they can order. I'm not saying you got to order chicken. And I've never heard a woman be like, I ain't.
Because you said that you're going to order their food for them. That's what you
that's
said.
how. No, I didn't say that. That's what Truth.
You did. No, you said that. You said that. I'm going to order it. And you're going to eat what I order.
This is what this means. This is what that meant. I remember what you're saying now.
Yeah.
So she says what she wants to order, right? And then when the waiter comes to the table, I give the order to the server. Now I'm saying you have to order chicken. I'm saying, hey, what are you eating? What are you eating this evening?
See, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different. That's what you had on me.
What it was untimely interjection. Y'all didn't hear the full context, right? But now we hear.
That's
so
what
now.
No, we all heard the same thing.
So I say no. Yeah. So like if me and Akira are out, right? I'm saying, hey, what are you eating? Right after we had the conversation, she says this, then the server says, I'm gonna have this, she's gonna have that, and I order for the entire table. That's all.
Oh,
that's what I was saying.
Trying to make. And Truth shut me down. That was the point I was trying to make because my ex-husband used to do the same thing.
Damn, Truth, why you shut it down, player?
He would order for me at the table, but he would know what I wanted to eat.
Yeah, so, but if I was unclear, I'll apologize. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I was saying. You know.
Okay.
And I thought that's what men do. Like you order for everybody, make sure everybody good. You know.
Oh yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. There.
Yeah, my bad. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
Nah, that's totally different. I mean, I thought you were saying no. Right. She's going to get the lot. Like that's what we all think you're saying.
Completely lost me with that.
But I was still
Naeem, just to be clear, she can't order the certain things. You see, so I make sure I'm clear in that, and I give her understanding as to why.
Okay, so
she can order whatever else. No, she can order whatever else on the menu that
just
doesn't
not
include.
But you don't let her order though. She cannot order.
That's the thing.
Or not.
And this is why it's very important to listen. Right? There's a dietary restriction that is above me. You see. And I'm going to explain this thing. And so based on those dietary restrictions, neither one of us can eat it. But then she can order what she wants, right? And then I order for the table when the server comes. You see? Right. Outside of the dietary restriction.
Truth, you Muslim too, right?
Yeah, I'm Muslim. Yeah.
You agree with him? She can't eat certain things if y'all out.
So this is the thing. I don't even date women that consume pork. I'm totally disgusted by it. So with that being said, that's a conversation that we're going to talk about that before the gun bust. But as far as, you can eat like what you want, but pork, nah. But I'm already going to know that before we ever even, and you'll know, like I have a major distaste for that. Like before we ever get to there, we don't even make it to dinner without you knowing, hey, that pork thing that's not my thing, baby. Like, but you did. Yes, go ahead. My fault.
The truth, and this is the thing, right? If I make the mistake, right, in not communicating this, I have to communicate it at the table, right? I'm not giving it a pass if I've not communicated this clearly before we got there. I still have to do my due diligence and say the things that need to be said. And it's with benevolency. You ain't, you know what I mean? That doesn't make sense to start yelling and fuck. That don't even make sense, right? But you say it in a way which is palatable.
But I will say this though.
You on a strict program.
But let me say this though, because I want to be clear. If we did not have that talk before we got there about the swine, I'm not going to be like, you going to order, like, nah, like, look, if that's what you on, just know, like, for me, there'll be no lip service and none of that type of crazy stuff at the end of the night. But I'm not going to be like, you know what I mean? Like, that's bigger than me. I'm not at that point of telling you what you could put down your throat and all of that.
So see, how you do anything is how you do everything, right? How you do anything is how you do everything. And I know that when you set a poor precedent with people, people will hearken to that. They'll say, well, last time we did, you let me do X, right? So I'm very cautious to guard against that type of stuff happening.
No, for sure. But I also believe in not forcing, well, for one, my religion on people. So that's something that I'm big on, right? Like what I believe in is what I believe in. What you believe in is what you believe in. Usually, right, because a man is the shepherd in any relationship that he's in or in his household or anything that he usually does, a woman is naturally going to flock to what he does anyway. That is why a Muslim man cannot, pardon me, that's why a Muslim man can marry a Christian woman, but that is why a Muslim woman is forbidden to marry a Christian man, because usually women follow after what they men do. That's what the shepherd does, right? And so with that being said, I don't even think that my lifestyle would be something that I have to force on a woman when she sees the discipline, when she sees the way that I move, like when she just like, she's going to naturally be attracted to the way that I navigate. And if she isn't, I may not be for her, and God bless her on her journey, for sure.
Especially if she cooks for you, she's going to start eating the things that you eat.
Let me, and truth, if you remember, I prefaced my previous comments with, I never had an issue communicating it, because like you said, oftentimes they're willing to assimilate, right, when they believe in you, when they want to be under your cover.
For sure. And for the record, beef bacon is the best bacon in the world.
The best fucking bacon in the world.
I just wanted to, and I know that's a little off topic.
They got that shit at Kroger, True. That shit is
I just found they got it too. I just found it. Oh my goodness. I didn't think they had none down here. I was like, oh, yeah.